Hello students, this is Jayapai speaking. In this class, let us study the second half of the module 5, that is about nanomaterials. In this session, we are going to study the definition of nanomaterials and their size dependent properties. Moving on, the word nano means extremely small. This word is not very unfamiliar to you all. In your lower classes also you have studied something about nanomaterials. So nano means extremely smaller. It depicts 1/1000th of a unit. It depicts 1/1000th of a unit, nothing but 10 to the power minus 9 of a unit. Nanomaterials have large number of applications. Nanomaterials are defined as the materials having a size in the range of 1 to 100 nanometers along at least one dimension, that is length, breadth or height. I repeat, the materials having a size in the range of 1 to 100 nanometer along at least one dimension, that is length, breadth or height. Moving on, properties of nanomaterials. The properties exhibited by the materials formed with the participation of nano-sized structural elements are entirely different from those of the corresponding bulk substance. I repeat, the properties of nanomaterials formed with the participation of nano-sized structural elements are entirely different from those of the corresponding bulk substance. Let us take some examples and try to understand the same. If you take copper, copper in the bulk form is opaque in nature, but when copper taken to the nano level, it becomes highly transparent. Gold, for example, you all know that gold is a inert material, that is in the bulk form, but when gold taken to the nano range, it exhibits catalytic property. Aluminium in the bulk form is a highly stable metal, but it becomes highly combustible in the nano level. Silicon, it is a semiconductor in at room temperature, but it becomes a good conductor when it is taken to the nano range. Moving on, we can create nanometer scale structure, and by that it is possible to control the fundamental properties of materials such as their melting point temperature. So by creating nanometer scale structures, we can have control over the fundamental properties of the materials such as their melting point temperature. For example, germanium nanowires encased in carbon sheets, they melt at 280 degrees Celsius below the bulk melting temperature of germanium. This we can understand as germanium nanowires melt at a temperature 280 degrees Celsius below than that of the bulk germanium. The same effect is observed for cadmium sulfide nanomaterials as well. Now, metals such as palladium and platinum, they are non-magnetic systems, but they become highly magnetic when their particle size is reduced to nano range. Gold in the bulk form, it is a yellow noble metal, but in the nano form, that is 10 nanometer particles of gold, they absorb green light and thus they appear red. So 10 nanometer particles of gold appear red, but in the bulk form gold is a yellow noble metal. Moving on, many of the mechanical properties of nanomaterials are different from those of the bulk materials, that is including hardness, elastic modulus, toughness, etc. So nanomaterials and their counterpart, that is bulk form, when we compare, the mechanical properties exhibited by them are entirely different, especially mechanical properties such as hardness, elastic modulus, toughness, etc. Nanostructural materials have excellent catalytic properties. For example, gold in the nano form, when it is deposited on a partially reactive oxides such as ferric oxide, nickel oxide, manganese oxide, alumina, that is aluminium oxide, titanium oxide, etc. They are found to be more reactive. So reactivity of partially reactive oxides increases, that is with the deposition of gold nanoparticles on them. Thermal conductivity of nanomaterials is found to be less than that of their macroscopic counterparts. For example, silicon nanowires, they have much lower thermal conductivities compared to bulk silicon. I repeat, silicon nanowires have much lower thermal conductivities compared to bulk silicon. Now let us see something about electrical property in the bulk form and nano level. Electrical property depends on a number of free electrons. And in the case of bulk material, the electronic band is continuous, that is due to overlapping of orbitals of billions of atoms, because bulk material is made up of a large number of atoms. But in the case of nanomaterials, the energy levels are discrete, that is due to decrease in the number of atoms, and therefore metals lose their conducting property and they behave either as semiconductor or as a non-conductor when taken to the nano level. These are some of the size dependent properties of nanomaterials. I have discussed only few size dependent properties and restricting myself to the syllabus prescribed for you. Hope I have explained all the points to you in the simplest possible manner. Still, if you have any doubts, anytime you can post your doubts here, or you can ask questions over phone. Thank you.